Hello, everyone, and welcome back to TT's Open House. My name is Taisha. A lot of you guys may know me as Real Life Coaching with Isha, and I make videos so that way guys can know what I'm doing from the meantime, in between time, to open up my nonprofit. I am not yet 501c tax exempt with the I.R.S, but I am in the pending stages. I have filed all my articles of incorporation with the state of New Jersey, which, yes, that's where my nonprofit would be. But in the meantime, while I am waiting, I do different little things to keep myself from being stagnated until I get that letter of exempt. So what I've been working on for like the past maybe week or so is policies, procedures, and employee handbooks. It sounds like a lot, and you may think that you have to start from scratch, but actually you don't. So I'm gonna have a transitional house. It's called Tender Teachings, just in case a lot of you guys are new here. It's called Tender Teachings, and it's for teens to adults who are aging out of foster care between the ages of 18 and 21. So my transitional house, you're not even going to stay here for long, maybe up to 24 months, and then you're out of here. So policies and procedures, I won't really need too many of them because they are adults, but all depending on what your nonprofit is, you might need more than two, three, four, maybe even more than that. So a policy is a guideline and laws that your company or nonprofit sets for you to follow. The procedure is pretty much what goes in a row, like detailed. This is first, second, third, fourth. So that's why it's policy and procedure. So your policy could be anywhere from something saying in life-threatening emergencies, you are to call 911. The procedure is what follows after that would be if someone is having a heart attack or a seizure or they fall and they hit their head, call 911. The second procedure would be to contact your immediate supervisor. The third procedure would be to contact somebody's guardian or contact whomever, whatever the case may be. Whatever your nonprofit sets, that's what that procedure be. So it would be policies and procedures, just in case any guys, gets confused about that. Because I have a transitional house, I won't need as many policy and procedures as somebody who may have a group home or somebody who may have a foster care working with children or daycare, anything like that. And if you guys do, you might want to have policy and procedures where it can be the policy of abuse and neglect, your policy of exploitation or assault, anything dealing with that realm. Me, I'm not dealing with that, so I'm not really going to need maybe but one, which I already have, and I don't really know what the second one's going to be. So um, so when I get together, I'll figure that out right now. But yeah, that will be your policy and procedures, which is something that I'm working on just to see exactly what I need. But again, like I said, I wouldn't need, much. So that's what I'm working on. That's the policy and procedures. So you guys can look it up. The big thing that I'm really working on now is the employee handbook. That one right there, let me tell you something. Don't stress yourself out. You do not need to stress yourself out. Let me tell you the secret. And let me tell you what you're going to do. It's going to be so simple. You're going to be like, really, that's all it took? If you ever worked a job, any job, I don't care what it was, and they gave you an employee handbook, dig in that garbage or the back of that closet, wherever you threw it at, and go get that handbook because that's where the templates are. That's where the code of conduct is. That's where your late and your PTO, that's everything is outlined. Because let me tell you something, every job you've ever worked at, it's the same thing. All across the board, it's the same thing with cell phone policy, code of conduct, dressing, anything. It's all the same thing. Don't stress yourself out. Go to Google, type in employee handbook templates, and there are so many edible ones that you can do for yourself or whatever the case may be. You just got to tweak the word some. So you may have one where your code of conduct is you can't wear heels. Well, yeah, naturally, if you're working in a warehouse or you're working on your nonprofits or people with wheelchair, of course, you're not going to want people to have heels. But then you may have a corporate business where you're like, hey, yeah, you got to wear heels because, this is our code of conduct. So you would have to tweak it the way you wanted to tweak or whatever. Mine's is pretty much simple. We're not working with none of that. So closed shoes, no spaghetti tops. You're going to wear leggings, have to have long shirts on, whatever the case may be. Don't stress yourself out. All these jobs all across the board is the same thing. They use the same wordings. They just tweak it a little bit, all depending on what your nonprofit, your business is. And that's pretty much what I'm doing. So it's no different, than me seeing what past jobs have done or whatever. And yeah, so that's pretty much what I'm doing. I have gotten a template, and the only thing is, it's kind of frustrating me is because you want to make sure that you put everything in there, because you don't want to slip up to where as though something happens when you open up your nonprofit, and then the employee can say, well, hey, it's not in there. And then you're thinking like, oh, snap, it's not in there. Now you have to change your entire policy over and your employee handbook over because you made that one mistake. I'm not going to have too many employees. It's not like I'm having 30, 40, 50 of them. I might start off with one or whatever the case is for right now, just to go ahead and, get myself started. But the employee handbook, is something that protects you, and it also protects them, because when you first get hired or you hire somebody, you want them to know, hey, these are the rules, these are the regulations, these are the guidelines, things like that you have to follow. Because you might have an employee who might go around that, and and some of them are very, very smart, and they'll go around and they'll find a loophole, and then you could be screwed out your business. So that's one thing that you definitely want to, your past jobs, if you do have those handbooks, kind of look at what they have, kind of look at what's in there, see if you want some of the wording taken out, if you want to put some of the wording in. But when you're doing your nonprofit, you do write your own, with your employee handbook. So I just want to make a quick little video to let you guys know that you do not have to stress out. All this stuff is the same thing. Google it, get you a template, write a lot of the things that you want to write. Even get, like I said, that employee handbook out the garbage, back of the closet, or the back of the car where I used to keep mine as soon as I was done with the orientation. And look at those wordings, and then you can go off of that, and then you can write up, you can type your own, things like that. Because believe me or not, I'm not making this video to tell you something that I'm not doing. That's exactly what I did. I went to go find some employee handbooks, went to Google some of it, got some of the wording, what I wanted, and right now I'm up to maybe a page or two, because employee handbooks, you don't really need much. Like I said, I'm starting off with one, just for now, and if it doesn't work for right now, you can always change it. It's not like it's sketched in stone or nothing like that. And not only that, it's not like there's a law that says, oh, you can't use, the employee handbook that such and such use. Why not? Same thing. So I'm not really going to get sued if they have it in place that you can't wear spaghetti string straps, and I have one too. It's all the same. So go ahead and do you. Please don't stress over yourself. Okay? Because I'm not. Anything that can make it easy, I'm going to try to make it easy for myself. All right? All right. Well, if you have any questions about what I've said in the video, you can leave a comment down below. You can like, you can share, you can subscribe. You can always contact me at gspjourney@gmail.com. I will answer you back. Anything that you need, any information that I made in this video, past videos, ask me, and I'm gladly to share any information. No, I don't charge. I don't do classes. I don't do nothing. I'm just a regular girl who is opening up a nonprofit, prayerfully in 2023. But I'm just detailing you guys right now, just in case, you want to know the process of opening up a nonprofit and you don't know what to do. I am based in New Jersey. That's where my house be. So a lot of the state laws is what I'm going to tell you. And anybody who's from New Jersey, you want to open up one, you most definitely can follow. Anybody else, you would have to go to your local Secretary of State to figure out what y'all laws, procedures, policies, and everything else. Because I'm based in New Jersey, and that's the only one I can tell you. The I.R.S. doesn't change. It's universal. Same thing. Don't have to worry about that. Again, you want to know anything, please ask me. I'm not selling anything. I'm glad to share. I'm glad to offer up my advice, anything like that. All right? All right. Well, again, thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned because I have more videos coming on out on what I've been in the process of doing. Like I said, any questions, comment down below. All right? All right. Take care. Bye.